Hello everybody, this is John Rigby with Rigby's Pool Services. I wanted to hop on here and let you guys know that we are deeply saddened to hear about the freeze in the south, and we're really sorry that you guys are experiencing this. I know that for us in the north, this is something we deal with every year. We're prepared for it. We know, we know it's coming, and obviously what made this situation difficult was that you guys simply aren't used to it. And to make matters worse, pool professionals, we kept telling you, just run your pump, you'll be fine. Just run your pump, you'll be fine. None of us expected the power grids to fail you. We didn't expect that you guys would lose power, and for that, I am sorry. I mean, it's a terrible situation. My heart goes out to you. A lot of you are going to experience some major repairs, some major breakage, and so I wanted to kind of walk you through what you should do in the next couple weeks as things start to thaw out, and let you know that I'm here to help you. If you need anything at all, you can reach out to me at rigby'spoolservices@gmail.com. That's my email, or you can hop over to my Facebook and connect with me there. Or we run a Facebook group which is Pool Tips, Tricks, and Help. And we'd be happy to help you out. And there's several other professionals on there, and we'd be happy to answer your questions. So as the weather turns and it starts to warm up a little bit, you're going to be tempted to want to go out and kick your pump back on and get things running to assess the damage. But I got to tell you, it takes a while for your system to thaw out. It takes several days of above freezing temperatures for the above ground stuff to thaw out, and sometimes it can take over a week for the stuff underground to thaw out. Just as it takes time to freeze, it takes time to thaw. So a good guideline, I'd say maybe give it a week. Go out there, assess the damage. If you notice anything visibly broken, that's going to be your first cue. Visibly meaning cracked pipes, indication that water's leaking from somewhere. You'll be able to tell. A cracked pipe is rather deformed. Sometimes they're just small little cracks, but if you can't see anything visibly, your next step is to again check and make sure that everything is sealed properly. You might need to put a little bit of silicone on your gaskets again, your pump lid gasket. That's just normal maintenance. If you check your skimmer, make sure the ice is out of there, all the debris out, and you're ready to fire it back up, try and do so. If you notice that the water is not flowing, turn it off. Likely something underground is still frozen. You might need to wait a few days, and please do so. In a couple days, come back out, try to kick the system back on. As the water starts flowing, great. If not, give it some more time. As you get the pump as it starts going and things start rolling, that's when you'll be able to really assess if there's any damage. If you notice air bubbles in your system, other than the initial startup, if you see that there's air, you're not priming correctly, there's weird noises, these are all indications that you may have a busted pipe underground. If you're having difficulties, go to the valve. Try turning one off versus the other. You might find that it's just the skimmer lines that's cracked, and you can pull water from the main drain to keep things moving, or vice versa. But that's usually, a good thing to try. That way we can isolate and we can know for sure what line's cracked. Maybe they're both cracked. Hopefully not. Fingers crossed, but it's possible. But yeah, like I said, you should be able to see bubbles if something's cracked in there. You might hear some weird noises. Anything above ground, you're definitely going to know, because if it's after the pump, any crack after the pump, you're going to see water shooting everywhere. Any crack in the piping before the pump, you're going to see air in the system. And the reason for this is because anything in front of the pump is getting sucked, so it's suction side, that would pull air. Anything after the pump is your pressure side, so it's pressing water out. Okay, that's a good rule of thumb, good thing to know anyways. So if you see visible leaks, whatever, obviously shut your system off, call a professional. And if things are running well underwater, the water's flowing and everything's running well, just be mindful to keep tabs on the pool, keep checking. If you notice that there's a puddle in the yard or something, then that's a good indication that maybe you're leaking. If your water level is dropping more rapidly than normal, you probably have a busted pipe somewhere. Now again, it might not be a bad idea to call a professional out to have him come kind of check things. They can do a pressure test. He can check all the electrical, everything, make sure it's fine. Here's my professional tip. If it were me, I would go ahead and if I strongly suspected that I had some kind of damage, I would go ahead and order a pump now. Maybe even order a filter now, especially if you've already gotten, the filter's already broken or something. I'd go ahead and order that thing now because you're going to have a difficult time. There's going to be a supply and demand issue. If you order the replacement pump and you determine you don't need it, you can go ahead and sell it on Marketplace. Everybody's going to need them. So, it's really not that big a deal if you have the extra money to spend right now. You'll probably get it back if you don't need it. Now, with that said, when it comes time to choose your equipment, you can always reach out to me or reach out to one of the guys on the Pool Tips, Tricks, and Help Facebook group. We'd be more than happy to assist you with that, picking it out. I strongly recommend a variable speed pump. Since this summer, that's all we're going to be able to get anyways. I think that's a smart way to go. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me at rigby'spoolservices@gmail.com or again through Facebook page or through YouTube comment. I appreciate it. Be praying for you guys. Again, if there's anything you need, please reach out and let me know. I'm thinking of you. Keep your children warm. Keep them fed. And just be grateful that the pool is hopefully the most of your damage. Okay?